You're listening to Texas Top Homes. I'm your host, Tracy Wiesman. With me is my co-host, Joe Healy. Today we're visiting with one of Texas' top realtors, Marian Roberts with R.J. Williams & Company. Marian, thanks for being on the show with us today.
Thank you for the invite.
So, Marian, let's talk about buyers for a bit. What's the first step that you recommend for all buyers before you actually start to show them homes?
I recommend for all buyers is to get pre-qualified. And I've worked with several lenders, and Joe is one. You are one that I have actually brought them to you to get pre-qualified, and you've explained to them the process. And once you explain and let me know that they are qualified, then we sit down in the office together and kind of sketch out what they're looking for, what their criteria, where do they want to live, the schools, and how much house they want. Even though you may qualify them for this up here, maybe they don't want to use all of that or spend that. So we just go with adjusting to what their criteria is.
Right. So many of our buyers, we find, especially you and I on the transactions that we've done, are my monthly, what am I going to pay monthly for my house, right? And
exactly.
And I think a lot of times what we think is, well, I'm looking at $250,000 or $260,000 worth of home, but I only have really $1,000 per month in budget. I think a lot of that is in your initial consultation when you're talking to the client, knowing that, hey, you're pre-approved for this much, but that's not $1,000 a month, and that's not, So I think that's an important part of that.
Right, and that's why we sit down together and go through all of that before getting out there, because I don't want to show somebody $250,000 house if they're only willing to have $1,000 monthly payment.
Right.
So, that we just make adjustments.
Well, and I know in the market we're in right now, having that pre-approval letter, that true, good, solid pre-approval like what we do here at Skyline is important, because when you are with your buyers, you go out and you find the right house for them and they make that offer. If they don't have that pre-approval letter and it's a multiple offer situation, that offer is probably at the bottom of the pile and never even getting looked at.
Exactly. And I also explain that to them as well.
Yeah.
Because right now with this market, you will go into a multiple offer situation. So we do talk about that as well.
The stronger your buyer is, the better their chance of winning that multiple offer.
Exactly.
And just so the listeners understand, one thing we do here at Skyline that some lenders don't, when you have that buyer and Joe or his team does a pre-qual for your buyer and they make an offer, they will actually get on the phone with the listing agent and tell them just how strong that buyer is and how solid that pre-approval letter is.
And that has helped a lot in a lot of our transactions that I have done with Joe and Skyline.
That's perfect. Marian, if folks want to get in touch with you about buying or selling a home, what is your website and phone number?
Marian.rjwilliamsco.com. My phone number is 817-991-0383.